Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be showing you all my starts that I had for Stitchmania. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I have tried to post twice. The first time I filmed the whole video in time-lapse mode, so it wasn't usable. And the second time I lost all the clips. So hopefully third time lucky. I'm not able, for various reasons, to kind of do a sit-down video. That's why I'm just filming a quick intro like this. Then I'm going to sit down and show you all the pieces I've started in Mania. Some I've got more work done on than others, especially ones that I've just started in the last few days of May. Both of them have probably got less than 20 stitches in, but they've started, which is the main thing. I haven't been stitching a lot again, really. I have still been trying to stitch. It hasn't been every day, but I think I'm going to talk about that and kind of the reasons for that a little further on in the video. So I'm going to stop waffling and I'm going to get into showing you all my starts from May. It's actually the next morning from when I filmed last night. But these are the ones that I started in the first week of May. It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning. All the kids are still in bed, so I've got up and I've had my coffee and peace, and then I thought I'd quickly try and film as much of this as I can before they go. So this first one was obviously my head. If you don't already know, I'm starting 12 heads this year, one every month. I do it on the first Monday of every month. So this one is A Pirate's Life by Amy Stewart. So I haven't got a lot done. I'm hoping that I don't really have a lot done. But it started, and I might keep this one out and work on this one. And the next one I started was from this book, Cross Stitch for the Soul by Emma Congdon. And it's this one. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. And I've just kind of started at the top. This is just some light blue Ada that I had in my stash. I think it's an 18 count. Yeah, that is what I have done on that one. And then the third one I started is this one, and I think it's called Sparkle Wherever You Go. I'm going to try and put pictures and things on the screen anyway, but it's just a little unicorn and some stars and stuff. I'm doing this one for my daughter, and this fabric was from, if you remember the Disney cross stitch, it was from that I think if you'd paid for the subscription online, you got like little bits extra, and this is where this came from. I think, looking at it's a 14 count Ada, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that is that one. So moving on to week 2. This is the Chopping Mall, which, by the Witchy Stitcher, this was a stitch along at some point. Obviously the full pattern's released now, and I've loved working on this one. It's just, I think it's just because it's different to anything else like I've kind of worked on before. You can see. So this is obviously starting, this is like block 1. I'm going to do it in order. So this is Chucky and Bride. And what I'm trying to do is what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to do maybe a couple of threads in the actual design, and then kind of go onto the border and do that way. So that's that one. And this fabric, I love this fabric. Let's see. And this is, so I'm part of 2 Fabric of the Month clubs. So I'm part of Jewellery Designs and also Chromatic Alchemy, and this was one of the Chromatic Alchemy ones. I haven't got all the details with me. And then the next one that I started was, now I've been interested in starting kind of a can't think what it's called, a stamped cross stitch for a while, but I was kind of unsure about buying them, where to get them. Anyway, I'd mentioned it to one of my friends at Cross Stitches, and she gave me this. Now, I think she said it was from Amazon, so it's probably copyright, but I've done, and actually it's quite nice. I can take this if I'm lying watching a film in bed, or I can just take this up, and it's easy because everything's there. So I've done some over here, and I've done some over there. If I flip it over, you can kind of see which bits I've done. But yeah, it's different, but it's not a bad different. I did quite enjoy it, and like I say, when I'm going up to bed, if I'm sat watching a film or anything like that, I can just pick that up and grab that, and off I go. I don't need to kind of think about it. Everything's there for you, which is quite nice sometimes, actually. Now moving on to week 3, it was a Bella. This one is Fairy Iridescent. I'll start this now. I'm not sure how well the fabric is shown. It looks quite blown out, actually. But this is a beautiful fabric. This is a jewellery design, obviously from the monthly club, and this one was called Confetti. But yeah, I love this one. I love this design. I will see if I can. There, that's kind of a better presentation. If you can see, it's just all kind of pinks and peaches and turquoise, purples. I love this fabric. And then the next one was another stamped kit that my friend did give me, and this one's some little snowman, little Christmas one. Well, I suppose it could just be winter. Where did I stitch on this one? Up here. That's the only bit I've done on this one. Just that little bit there. I've just found another one that I started in week 1. This is by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and this is Don't Get Your Tinsel. I just started on the board with that one, but there is kind of a little bit of design outside of the border, but that's as big as it's going to be. This is where it's going to be. It's just a little tiny, teeny, shiny one. Moving on to week 4, and it was this Dimensions Gold collection, which was Wind, Moon, Fairy, and that's kind of how much I managed to get done on that one. This isn't taking as long as what I thought, so I am just gonna quickly finish these and then have a little bit of a chat about what's been going on and why I kind of haven't been stitching as much as what I'd like over the last few weeks. Moving on to this week, the final week of May, we have another Bella Filipina, This one is Greta Goldberry. I've been wanting to do this one for the longest time, so I'm so happy she's finally started. And this again is, I think this one's a jewellery. I'll try, and if I can, I'll leave kind of the details of the fabric and everything on the screen. But yeah, that's great. And when I said less than 20 stitches, I meant less than 20 stitches. And then, in fact, you see, I haven't even finished my thread on that one. And then the next one, this is Joan Elliott Design. I won this in a competition on Instagram, sorry. And then I've started this one. And again, very minimal stitches. This one I think is Chromatic Alchemy. No, it's not. This one's jewellery as well. I think this one may be Easter egg. But again, I'll try and leave details on the screen if I can. So I'm just sitting down to edit my video and realised how much I rambled on a load of nonsense at the end of the video. So I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit more. Sorry if you can hear the dryer and the washing machine and everything on in the background, but you know, that's everyday life. So what I was talking about was kind of the reason why I haven't been stitching so much. I've been stitching, not every day, but quite a few days. But the problem is, when I've been sitting down to stitch, I've just been feeling really guilty for kind of taking time for myself. So if that all the housework isn't done, if I haven't been to the gym that day, or I haven't been on the exercise bike, or there's washing needs doing or something, I sit down and I start stitching, and I just get this really guilty feeling, which I know, I think is, especially as parents, is complete, as being like a mum, is completely normal. Like, I'm like, ugh, I can't take time for myself, like, stuff needs doing, and I think I need to kind of work on that and realise that, no, actually, sometimes, especially if I've had a stressful day at school, at work, I've come home, then the kids are acting up, or there's loads to do, or just in general, especially kind of the last few weeks, was kind of really stressful at work. It's okay to come in and skip the other things and sit and take some time for myself, because I need that for my mental health more than anything. So yeah, I am going to try and get better at that, but I'm pretty sure there'll be people out there who can relate. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit better at that. It's kind of, everything's been, because of work being so stressful and everything lately, it's kind of thrown me off my routine, because I was in such a good routine with everything, and it's completely thrown me off my routine. So I'm hoping when I go back to work on Monday, because we've just had the week off because it's been half term, that things have settled down a bit, and I will kind of get myself back in a good routine where I get my craft time, I get my time to go to the gym, get my time to do everything. I mean, I think it's helpful that obviously it has been half term this week, so I have done a complete reset of the house. All the washing's done. It's been a lovely weather kind of the last few weeks really, but especially this week, which it doesn't usually happen. It usually starts raining when it's half term, so I've been very lucky. So all my washing done. I mean, like, just done a full reset, ready for going back to work on Monday. So I'm hoping everything will be kept on top of. Everything will, fingers crossed, there'll be no stress. Everything's going to go smoothly for the last half term of the year before we break up for summer in 7 weeks. If I remember, I am hoping to try and film more often again, even if it's just kind of more like vloggy style like this, than proper sit down videos, because these are just a little bit quicker to film and a little bit easier. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you've seen, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.